Your neck still hurt.
Why am I stiff?
Yes.
It does a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We believe marriage teaches us more about ourselves than we would ever find by only viewing ourselves from a distorted lens.
Don't believe us? Stay tuned if you dare to form a different opinion about yourselves from each episode.
This is Unfrequent Talks
with Jenny
and Aaliyah.
Hi, honey bunny.
So, what's new today?
What's new today is she's not a blonde anymore.
You're not, though. I love this era. I love the ginger era.
Yes, the ginger era is everything. She's going to stay for a while. I like her.
I love it a lot. Like, I think I like it better than the blonde. I do.
Yeah. You don't feel like it makes me too pale? It makes me look too pale?
No, I feel like it brings out your color.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was saying for. Today I want to talk about something that I saw on social media about how people who have a healthy relationship or have a healthy mental state with themselves tend to have less friendships. They tend to care less about friendships. And we were actually talking about this the other day.
We were.
About how I wanted to be around you and I wanted you to be all about me. And that was it. And it was not really that healthy.
No.
At all.
Suffocating me, woman.
I was. And I was suffocating myself too without realizing it. Because I wasn't taking care of myself.
Right.
And it wasn't until recently where I was like I said, over the weekend, that I am happy with giving you your space. I know before I used to get on you constantly, where are you going? And you're like, I just need a minute. I'm like, what do you mean need a minute? Are you mad at me? What did I do? And then it's into a whole thing.
Anxiety.
I know. Oh my gosh. That's because I wasn't okay with myself mentally.
And I appreciate you owning that, for real, because I used to sometimes think man, what am I doing to warrant this type of behavior from my wife? What am I doing?
I know. It was rough. I'm so sorry. I really am.
Yeah. But you're owning that shit.
Yeah.
You're really owning it. I love that so much. I will say too, though, if anyone's met me before, I'm very good with people. I really am. On an intimate level, I'm really not a person that likes large crowds. But if I got you one-on-one over, I'm going to touch something on you that's just going to open up a bottomless pit of you talking. And I don't know how I do that. And sometimes it haunts me because I'm like, damn, why did I say that? Because I really don't care for it anymore. But I say this because I am not one to have many friends for a reason, because I love my energy. And when you have multiples of friends, they all have different energy and they're intertwined, and then they intertwine with you, it disrupts my system that I have going that's flowing. Yeah. So for me, I don't care to have a lot of friends. And, some people, they think the opposite. Oh, you're so pretty. Why don't you want to do such and such? And it's okay, looks are looks. Okay, cool. I'm pretty, I'm cute, but I love being to myself. I thrive being to myself.
Yeah, you do.
And we used to have conflict sometimes because I am a person that needs her coins in the sense of her energy by being by herself. That's where I gain all my coins. If I go into her office and I shut the door and I hop on the computer, I'm thriving. I'm building up all the coins for you when I come out that room to just be able to be submerged by you and immerse within your love. and you're the opposite. You know, you want to be around, you know, people and family, and you get all your boosts. And for me, there's a limit on that. So I love the fact that, you know, that post said that, because it made me realize, like, yeah, girl, like, you knew this all along. Like, you knew this, you had the security within yourself that you don't need a lot of friends to thrive and to be happy. You can be happy all by your damn self, because your overall well-being is going in the right direction. And that's why you're able to do that. People who can't do that, their well-being is in shambles, and it's concerning.
It is. Yeah, I definitely am. Like, I'm not as good with people as you are on the like initial intake. But I love being around people.
You do.
Like, I said this to somebody recently on Facebook, where I was like, I'm the extrovert, you're the introvert, but if you meet us in person, you're gonna think the opposite. Because true. I, like, before I like bloom to my extrovertness, I like to like scope everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I am a very curious person by nature, and that overpowers my extrovertness, because I like to be curious in silence. And you are the opposite. Like, you're curious, but the way that you're curious, you're like, well, why? Well, why? Well, what? Well, how? Well, who? Well, where? And so it comes off like you are this extrovert and you love to be around people, but it drains your energy extremely. And it doesn't for me. I feel like it revs me the fuck up. Like, when I go out, I come home and I'm like chatty Cathy to the nines.
You are.
And when you first meet me, you like don't think so, because I'm like taking everything in. I think because my parts are like so overwhelming internally, and when I meet new people or go to new places, like, they take a moment for themselves and for the surrounding nature environment, because they're like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And so it like shuts me down for 2.5 seconds at the start of meeting new people. And I feel like I really wanted you to constantly be like that, because I was under the assumption as well that you were an extrovert. And I was under the assumption that I was the introvert. So I wanted to drag you around everywhere, not knowing that it was because I wanted to be around people. And I wanted you to drag you around anywhere because, like, people talk to you. You talk to people back.
I was just shield.
Yeah. Without even really realizing it.
Yeah. So it's interesting. That's very interesting. Wow. It makes a lot of sense now.
It really does.
Because that caused a lot of
conflict
with us when we got home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when we got home, like, I was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because, excuse me, because I think I was miserable because when we got home, you wanted to resume normal. You wanted to hop on the couch, watch a movie, and let's continue talking about what happened or what's going on tomorrow. I'm like, yo, I need a break. Like, time out. I will talk to you in an hour. And that's okay. It was nothing you did. It was the fact that I needed to recharge, because I know myself enough to know that's what's wrong. Not in the sense that, which would happen was I would take it out on you.
Yeah.
I've learned now that that's not what the situation is. You didn't do anything. But back then, I didn't know that.
Right.
I thought, like, you are just doing everything under the sun and I don't care for it, and you need to leave me the fuck alone and give me a break. And so I feel like now that's interesting, because how do we navigate this now?
Right.
You know, I hear you say, like, okay, you are an extrovert, but in a sense, you're kind of like both. You're like a, I don't know if they call it a
omnivore. Isn't that what we read?
Yeah. Or something like
omnivore, omnivore, something.
Where you're both, and that pulls on the little extrovertness I have.
Does it? In what way?
Because if I'm gathering what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
when we go out to places, and because I can work a crowd,
You really can. That's a good way of putting it. You really
can work a crowd. You're working it with me, but in the sense of just being there and being present for the interaction I'm having with people. And in that sense, it's draining me because I'm having you along with me, and you're not engaging as much as I want you to. In a sense where you cut me a break because we're right beside each other having this conversation.
And I used to really cause a lot of arguments too. Yeah,
so that's how it drains that little bit of extrovertness I have in me, because it's like, babe, like, I'm here with you. What are we doing? And now it makes sense, because now, I think it was last year when we went to that Christmas party.
Yeah.
And I'm submerged into all these people. I have no idea who they are. Like maybe 1 to 2, 5 people, 10 people at most. And they're all like, hi, how you doing? So, just, cut to the shit, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do this because, for one, there are people I really don't want to get to know, because I'm very intentional. That's one thing about me.
Yeah.
My extrovertness, when it comes out, I'm very intentional. If I'm willingly talking to you, I genuinely want to have a conversation with you and learn some about you, or you learn some about me, and we connect on something really heavy. And it's not me being intentional in the sense where I want to get you in a corner and learn all about your dark secrets. It's not that sense. It's that sense of, I want you to know that when I speak to you, it's with intentions.
Yeah.
It's not just oh, hey, so about the Steelers, man, what do you think of them?
How about them Jets?
Yeah, how about them Jets? No, it's not about that. Because I'm a firm believer that although you are at a party and you're submerged with people, life is lifing for people while they're having their alcohol, while they're doing this and thing. So if we have a 2-minute conversation and something comes out of it where you learn something new about yourself, or I help you in a certain way, I fucking love that, because it wants your intentions to come here and get this from me. And it wasn't my intentions to give you this. It just happens that way because that's how, God genuinely blessed me. And that's just amazing.
Yeah, I know. One thing, as you were saying that literally just popped in my mind. I was like, holy cow, your extrovertness is very alpha.
It is.
Very dominant, very take lead and take charge. And now that I kind of pieced that together just now, I almost feel like that is the reason why when we do go out into crowds and your extrovertness does come out, that I take a back seat. Because when it comes to you and you being dominant, I take a back seat.
Yeah.
I am very submissive to you.
You are.
Very submissive to you. And now I'm pretty sure that is why that happens. And that's probably why it ticks you off, because it's not like we're in a setting where we're at home and this is our regular day-to-day life where I'm constantly submissive.
Yeah.
It's in a different environment a lot of times with people that I know versus the ones and twosies that you know.
Yeah.
And so that ticks you off because you're expecting me to be hey, to take that, to be in charge in those moments.
Yeah, because for me, it's I'm here because of you. You want to be around people. I'm here with you, so take the wheel.
Take the lead, yeah.
And you won't, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to be better. I really am, because I want to be. I am starting to come out of my shell more with going to places without you, because a lot of the times, because I assumed that I was an introvert, I felt like I needed you as my shield.
Yeah.
And I can't go anywhere without my wife because I'm the introvert. But I have taken leaps this year to doing things without you.
You have a lot.
And I feel like that well, we don't know yet because we haven't been in situations of the nature where it has positively affected, our interactions with people in large crowds. We have not tested that theory yet.
No. I will say this. One of the new things I've introduced into like how we, because let's be honest, like a
Mhm.
lot of my friends, and it's funny, like it's so bad. I don't think it's a bad thing, but teach his own.
Mhm.
I am not big when it comes to communicating and texting and
Yeah.
calling and checking in. And I'm not trying to be mean or funny. It's just like I love my energy and I love when I have time to myself. I got time to myself and it's like it's great. I don't want to pick up the phone and spend like 30, 45 minutes talking about, crazy unnecessary stuff. Like I don't know, that's just not my thing now. I'm
Yeah.
more of a face-to-face kind of person. So if you got my address, hey, let me know, tell me you coming over and we can hang out and we can do the damn thing because I'm more about time is my thing.
Yeah.
Like we just don't get enough time on this earth. So for me, I'm very intentional with my time. If we're going to spend time together, I want to spend time together doing things or making moments with each other, not just like shooting the shit over the phone for hours and hours or 30, 40 minutes. It's just, to me, it's not that deep. So one of the things we introduce for each other is, I made in this little argument, I made the comment of saying like, I bring you out with my friends because that is a way for us to, be around people and to show you that I can spend time with people. And the way it came off was in a sense where I'm just carrying you so that you can be happy or, you can say however you want to say it in a sense. I don't take no offense because it was the way I said it was very mean. I just can't remember exactly what I said.
Yeah. I can't remember what you said either, but it did come off as like you're just doing it out of pity for me and to kind of like just shut me up and it's like, oh, you've been in the house all day, here, let's go. Yeah. So you don't bother me type of thing.
Yeah. And so what I was saying all this to say, I've explained to you that I'm not really big on going to places where it's not my friends or my people that I know that I'm going to interact with because I really don't, I hate to say it, but I really don't care to meet new people. Like I don't. Like I'm not trying to be funny. Sure, when we have kids, I'm going to have to meet new parents, whatever. Cool. It's for the sake of my children. Of course, I'm going to, do that. But right now, I'm living in my self-preservation era where I am kumbaya in this bitch. So I want to be happy, and me being happy means I don't have to go everywhere that you are going. And that's the other thing to that. Because in one sense, I know you have these groups that you're in and you're like, because we're a lesbian couple, you feel like, oh babe, they're having a ladies thing, like we should go. And it's like, no babe, we should not go because I don't like, I'm a very like A-type personality. It's either one or the other for me. So it's either we're going on a date together or you're going out with your friends because I don't know these people. So not only do I not know these people, now when we go, I gotta somehow get an understanding of this person and who the hell they are because that's how I am. I'm not a person to just say, "Oh, hey, Jen, hi." I don't move like that. Like I like to know a little bit about you before I continue to enjoy and have fun with you. So that's kind of my spill on that.
Yeah, and I will say because when you made the comment of when we have kids, you understand that meeting new moms or whatever is probably going to be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't disagree with that for sure. And I don't want people to just assume that like that's the only time that you're going to do it, that you don't really care to do it for me type of sense, because you have said that like you like to be in control. You don't like to be in new places where you don't have an outlet to do something.
Yes.
And one compromise that you said that you are willing to do is like host something in our house because this is your environment, your safe space. And when you're over it, you can just go off into one of our other rooms and disconnect for however long you need to.
Yeah.
Or just end your night. Or go out and be active, like bowling or whatever, with new people, friends, what have you.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I can appreciate about you, because you are willing to compromise And I am too.
I love that.
I really am. I know I asked about the whole ladies' night recently.
Yes, you did.
I did. I'm going to work on not doing that, because when you did make that comment, like, just because we're ladies doesn't mean we have to do group things with other ladies that I've been invited to.
Yeah. That don't. I don't
And you're
that.
like, no. And so it's in the vault. It's locked and sealed. It's very pretty. So
Good. Good to know.
It's front and center. Trust me. Okay. It is front and center.
Good.
Because I love spending time with you, and I also do love being an extrovert and going out and doing things. And yeah, it's like I said the other day, like, I think I came to the realization once I really started focusing on myself and figuring out who I am, that, like, I do love spending time with you. And if you need the moment, then I am okay with that. I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. Because I understand that about you. I understand that that is who you are. And once I realized that that's just who you are, everything just kind of fell in place for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I don't want to change you. I don't want to change you at all, because I love you. I love you just the way you are. And if you choose to evolve yourself, then I'm just going to love you. And that evolvedness. It's not a word.
Evolution.
Evolution, thank you. Oh my God. The word just escaped my mind. Thank you. But yeah, like, I'm just gonna love you in your evolution and your ever-changing seasons, because that's what I'm here to do, is to love you and care about you and respect you and just do that for myself too. Love me, care about me, and respect me.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
I love hearing you talk about your self energy. It's so important to really, like, give time and attention to it.
It is.
And it's showing how much time and attention you're giving to it, because with us, you've been very much a team player when it comes to, you know, the needs I need, whether it's like I need a break, or I want to go do something on my own, or I just want to do whatever I want to do without feeling like I'm on a time a stopwatch, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So for me, I just really appreciate you, because I've always wanted you to be who you are too. I never want you to change who you are. I never want you to just, you know, settle on just like, oh, this is just what it is, and because she said so. Like, I heard you use the word submissive, and you know, people say what they want, but in every relationship, someone is alpha and someone is submissive. That is what it is. And obviously that brought us together, because I am an alpha, and you obviously want to be with someone that is an alpha. Like, that's what makes the world go around. You know, positive and negatives, they connect. But I said in the sense of, you are submissive at the perfect times, but you are also a alpha at the perfect times. Like, I just want to put that out there, because the way you are set up is exactly what I need, because I don't need someone that I can just walk over. Like, I am a Black woman, an alpha Black woman. So I need someone to put me in my damn place. And who would do that? Of course, a Latina woman, because they don't fucking play.
I'm sorry. I love you so much. I don't mean to interrupt this beautiful session that you got going on, but your son is so funny. He nudged his ball over here. Look at it. And he's just standing there waiting for you to throw it. Oh my gosh. That definitely hit the coffee table. Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm so sorry. I just could not overlook that because that was the cutest thing ever. He nudged it so soft and then just stood there and stared at us. Oh man,
that's cute.
Of course, I'm always going to be there for you when you need me. Pick and choose my battles.
Picking and choosing these battles.
Picking and choosing these battles. One thing I will say that I've also kind of come to the realization with focusing on myself and my energy is while I still enjoy meeting new people and hanging out with people, I've come to the realization that like I don't need that to thrive. And I think that ties in, the topic that we were talking about, that like when you have a good inner balance within yourself, you really don't care about any other relationship but the relationship within you and the relationship that you're in.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's beautiful.
That's all I care about.
That's all you need.
That's all I need.
That's the focus.
If I get invited to something and I feel like it, I'm like, sure. If I don't, then I'm like, I'm good. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm good.
Self-love is by far the most important love of all, because I feel like without it, it is so hard to thrive in a marriage, in a friendship, or any type of relationship that you are, indulging in. We give so much of ourselves to other people and not enough to ourselves. And I'm happy that, like you said earlier, you would never try to change that about me, because once I learned myself, there was no turning back for me.
Yeah.
I'm at that point in my life where you can meet me where I am or don't meet me at all.
Period.
And I still love you.
Work.
Work.
I know, exactly. It's beautiful. And not only with new relationships too, I feel like with the relationships that, we kind of are already a part of by default.
Oh, yeah.
Once, we have that respect and love and healing within ourselves, it was a lot easier to set boundaries with the relationships that we're already a part of, and it's going to be a lot easier to set those boundaries with any new relationship that comes into our lives, and that's extremely important because without boundaries, it's like a revolving door of negativity.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy. It's not healthy. So you need to set time to really just focus on yourself, really figuring out what it is that you are. Like, who are you? What brings you joy? What drains your energy?
Yeah. And
once you figure that out, now you have to work on finding the balance. And that's work too. This is constant work that I feel like is healthy.
Right.
It's healthy to have that work. Because without it, you're just stuck.
Well, one thing I will say, in lieu of my self-preservation era, self-energy love, I've also learned that me taking care of my self-energy and people-pleasing cannot exist at the same time. Like, I have to pick and choose. And people-pleasing is also a real thing, not only with just your friends or your family, it's also within your marriage. Because I am notorious for trying to do things out of thinking I'm giving you what you want, when in reality you don't really care for it.
Exactly.
So I am learning that I don't need to people please, and thinking that it's going to help build my self energy's core. It's really breaking it down, and it's unnecessary. And the fact that I haven't been doing it and I'm putting myself first, I've been fucking thriving and I'm loving life so much. And I'm not having a care in the world of how it affects someone, because I don't control how you're letting something that I'm doing affect you.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. Babe, I love you so much.
You're doing a damn thing.
You're doing it. Oh my gosh. I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that. People pleasing heavy. That was like my thing.
Yeah.
And it's been really refreshing to not give a fuck. Oh my gosh. It's only going up from here, baby.
We're cruising.
We're cruising.
Cruising. Cruising. Cruising. Cruising. I love you so much.
I love you more. Mwah.